Number 1. The 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle. The 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle represents the final chapter of the legendary second-generation Chevelle, a model that remains one of the most sought-after muscle cars in America. Whether you're into cruising, drag racing, or pro-touring builds, the 72 Chevelle continues to be one of the most versatile platforms ever produced. This example is listed at $42,995, and it's far from stock. Under the hood sits a 454 cubic inch big block Chevrolet V8 built with a 4-bolt main block, forged crankshaft, 10.5:1 compression ratio, and Dart Pro 1 310 aluminum cylinder heads. Combined with an HEI ignition system, this setup promises serious horsepower while remaining dependable for street driving. Power is sent through a 200-4R overdrive automatic transmission paired with a 2,800 stall Pro torque converter, giving the car strong acceleration while allowing comfortable highway cruising thanks to the overdrive gear. Out back is a 12-bolt rear axle equipped with Moser axles, a Posey differential, and 3.73 gears, a combination that's well known for handling big block power. Cooling is handled by a Be-Cool aluminum radiator with dual electric fans, ensuring the engine stays cool even in traffic. The suspension and braking systems have also been modernized. Hotchkiss tubular trailing arms and CPP tubular front control arms improve handling, while Hydroboost brakes, Willwood front disc brakes, and SSBC rear disc brakes provide stopping power that far exceeds the original factory setup. Inside, the upgrades continue with an IDIDIT tilt steering column, digital gauges, and an Alpine stereo system with a 100-watt amplifier, blending classic muscle car styling with modern convenience. So, is it worth the $42,995 asking price? In my opinion, yes. Considering the cost of building a big block Chevelle with this level of engine work, suspension upgrades, braking improvements, and drivetrain enhancements, the asking price appears very competitive. Recreating a build like this today would likely cost considerably more than the purchase price. The 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle remains one of the kings of the muscle car world, and this example offers the best of both eras, classic American styling backed by modern performance, reliability, and drivability. Number 2. The 1965 Chevrolet Impala. The 1965 Chevrolet Impala is one of the most iconic full-size Chevrolets ever built. With its crisp body lines and spacious cabin, it remains a favorite among enthusiasts looking for a classic that's equally enjoyable on the street and at weekend car shows. This example is located in Central Square, New York, with an asking price of $22,000. Rather than being a fully restored showpiece, it's presented as a solid driver with a strong drivetrain and an honest description of its cosmetic condition. Under the hood sits a 350 cubic inch small block V8 with a 4-bolt main block, professionally rebuilt in 2023. Power is sent through a rebuilt BorgWarner Super T10 4-speed manual transmission, also refreshed in 2023, along with a center-force clutch and a DUI performance distributor. According to the seller, the drivetrain is rock solid, and the car runs and drives great. The seller is also transparent about the exterior. The paint is beginning to show its age, with a few chips, minor bubbling around the rocker panels, and a small dent on the passenger side fender. Rather than hiding these flaws, the listing makes it clear that this is a classic built to be driven and enjoyed. The seller also notes that the car will be displayed at the Nationals, giving interested buyers an opportunity to see it in person before making a decision. In my opinion, this 1965 Chevrolet Impala strikes a nice balance between performance and value. With its freshly rebuilt drivetrain, desirable 4-speed manual transmission, and honest presentation, it offers the kind of classic driving experience that many enthusiasts are looking for without carrying the price tag of a Concours-level restoration. Number 3. The 1964 Buick Riviera. The 1964 Buick Riviera is widely considered one of the most elegant American luxury cars ever built. With its sharp styling, hidden headlights, and powerful V8 engine, the Riviera proved that luxury and performance could exist in the same package, making it a standout during the golden age of Detroit. This particular Riviera is located in Dekalb, Illinois, with an asking price of $18,900. Finished in blue over a white interior, it is equipped with Buick's legendary Wildcat 465 big block V8 paired with an automatic transmission. Factory options include air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, and power windows, giving the car the premium features buyers expected from Buick's flagship personal luxury coupe. The seller is refreshingly honest about the car's condition. They describe it as a 20-footer, meaning it presents well from a distance but shows cosmetic imperfections upon closer inspection. More importantly, the undercarriage has rust that will require repair, and the car will need both cosmetic and mechanical attention over time. However, it remains drivable today, making it a project that can be enjoyed while improvements are made. In my opinion, this Riviera is priced for someone who values potential over perfection. The Wildcat big block engine, desirable factory options, and iconic styling provide a solid foundation, while the honest disclosure about its flaws allows buyers to know exactly what they're getting. For enthusiasts looking to own one of Buick's most beautiful classics without paying show car money, this Riviera could be a worthwhile opportunity. Number 4. The 1969 Plymouth GTX 440 Convertible. What if I told you that for $54,975, you could own a 1969 Plymouth GTX convertible that still retains its original 440 big block V8, factory white interior, and one of Mopar's most desirable performance options? This is exactly the kind of car that defines the golden era of American muscle. Finished in a striking red exterior with a white interior and white convertible top, this GTX has the kind of color combination that commands attention whether the top is up or down. It's bold, elegant, and unmistakably late 1960s. Under the hood is the original 440 cubic inch, 375 horsepower V8, paired with its original 727 automatic transmission, which has been professionally rebuilt and upgraded with a mild shift kit for improved performance. Power is sent through a posi-traction rear end, giving this convertible the traction to match its impressive big block power. This GTX also comes equipped with several highly desirable factory features, including power front disc brakes, bucket seats, a rally dash, and the iconic functional air grabber hood, one of the most recognizable performance options ever offered on a Mopar muscle car. According to the seller, this is a well-preserved survivor that remains a pleasure to drive while still attracting attention everywhere it goes. They even describe it as a hoot to drive, and it's easy to understand why. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this is one of the stronger values in today's Mopar market. A real 1969 GTX convertible with its original 440 engine, desirable factory options, and standout presentation is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Cars like this appeal not only to collectors but also to enthusiasts who want a classic they can proudly drive to local shows. If you're searching for a big block Mopar that combines rarity, performance, and open-top cruising, this 1969 Plymouth GTX 440 convertible is definitely one to keep on your radar. Number 5. The 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454. What if I told you that for $89,998, you could own one of the ultimate versions of the Chevelle muscle car era? A 1971 Chevelle SS 454 with a legendary big block power, 4-speed manual transmission, and factory options collectors dream about. The 1971 Chevelle SS 454 represents the final years of Chevrolet's classic big block muscle car formula. With its aggressive styling, limited production, and powerful drivetrain combinations, these cars have become some of the most desirable Chevrolets from the golden age of American performance. Finished in the stunning combination of Nevada silver exterior with black interior and black top, this Chevelle has the kind of appearance that immediately catches attention. The seller describes the fit, finish, and paint quality as exceptional, and the car presents itself as a high-level collector example. Under the hood is the heart of the car, a numbers-matching LS 5454 cubic inch V8, paired with the highly desirable M22 4-speed manual transmission. This is exactly the kind of drivetrain combination enthusiasts search for, offering both authenticity and the raw driving experience that made these cars legendary. Adding to the appeal are rare and desirable options, including factory air conditioning, tilt steering column, original AM/FM radio, cowl induction hood with factory hood pins, and the rally dash with tachometer and working clock. The car also wears the correct 1971 rally wheels with Firestone wide oval 60 tires, keeping the factory muscle car appearance intact. This Chevelle is not just about performance, it's about correctness. The combination of matching numbers, factory equipment, and show-quality presentation makes it stand apart from modified examples. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, this is the kind of car where the details justify the value. At nearly $90,000, it's certainly not an entry-level classic, but genuine LS 5454 4-speed Chevelles with this level of originality and condition are becoming increasingly difficult to find. This isn't just a classic Chevrolet. It's a piece of the final chapter of the original muscle car era, an authentic big block legend built for collectors who want the real thing. Number 6. The 1969 Oldsmobile 442. The 1969 Oldsmobile 442 represents one of the most desirable years of Oldsmobile's muscle car era. Known for combining luxury styling with serious performance, the 442 delivered a unique alternative to the more common Chevrolet and Ford muscle cars of the same period. This example is listed at $38,000 and comes equipped with several desirable factory features, including factory air conditioning, power bench seat, power trunk lock, power steering, power brakes, AM/FM stereo, and a remote side mirror. These options make it not only a performance car, but also a comfortable classic cruiser. Under the hood is a 400 cubic inch 442 engine, paired with an Oldsmobile Turbo 400 automatic transmission. The seller notes that the engine does not have a VIN stamp and believes it may be a factory service replacement block. While this affects originality for some collectors, the correct 400-442 engine combination still adds significant appeal. The car has also received a frame-off restoration in the early 2000s, and the seller purchased it from Texas, a region known for producing classics with better chances of avoiding severe rust issues. The vehicle is described as running and driving well, with a clean title and no major damage reported. So, is it worth the $38,000 asking price? In my opinion, it depends heavily on documentation and the quality of the previous restoration. The lack of a matching VIN engine may reduce value for serious collectors, but the combination of a 442 drivetrain, factory options, frame-off restoration, and strong overall condition still makes this a desirable Oldsmobile muscle car. The 1969 Oldsmobile 442 remains one of the most underrated classics from the golden era of American performance, offering a perfect mix of big block attitude, luxury features, and distinctive Oldsmobile character. Number 7. The 1971 Lincoln Mark III. The 1971 Lincoln Mark III represents the era when American luxury cars were all about comfort, presence, and effortless power. With its long hood, elegant styling, and massive V8 engine, the Mark III was designed as a personal luxury coupe for drivers who wanted sophistication with serious road presence. This example is located in Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin, with an asking price of $17,500. The seller has owned the car for approximately 12 years, after it arrived from Florida, and describes it as a reliable cruiser that runs and drives comfortably. Under the hood is Ford's legendary 460 cubic inch V8, paired with a durable C6 automatic transmission. During ownership, the car has received extensive mechanical attention, including new brakes, a rebuilt transmission, a refreshed radiator, new engine gaskets, a new steering box, improved steering components, and repairs to the exhaust system. The exterior features a strong classic appearance with 17-inch Riddler wheels, shining paint, and presentable chrome and stainless trim. The seller is transparent about some cosmetic imperfections, including minor paint bubbles in certain areas and previous quarter panel repair, but notes there is no visible rust or structural rot. Inside, the Mark III remains a comfortable luxury cruiser. The interior has received upgrades including new matching vinyl seat inserts, rebuilt driver seat foam, new carpet, an updated radio, and new speakers. The seller also added rear shoulder belts for additional passenger protection, while clearly noting they are not DOT-approved modifications. Like many vehicles of this age, there are a few items needing attention, including some electrical issues, a non-functioning fuel gauge, rear windows that do not operate, and an inaccurate speedometer due to drivetrain changes. However, the seller emphasizes that these issues do not affect the car's overall drivability. In my opinion, this 1971 Lincoln Mark III is a great example of a classic luxury coupe that has been improved with practical upgrades while maintaining its original character. With its powerful 460 V8, comfortable ride, extensive maintenance history, and honest condition report, it offers a unique alternative to the typical muscle car market. Number 8. The 1963 Plymouth Fury. The early 1960s Plymouth Fury represented a new era of American automotive style, combining elegant design with dependable V8 performance. Known for its comfortable ride and distinctive body lines, the Fury became a popular choice for drivers who wanted something stylish but practical. This particular 1963 Plymouth Fury is located in Fraser, Michigan, with an asking price of $19,900. Finished in ivory with a red vinyl interior, this four-door hardtop shows approximately 60,059 miles and is described as being in very good condition. Under the hood is a 318 cubic inch V8 with a two-barrel carburetor, paired with Plymouth's unique push-button automatic transmission. The car also features power steering, making it easy and comfortable to drive. The exterior retains its original trim, chrome, factory wheels, and hubcaps, while riding on white wall radial tires with very low mileage. Inside, the car keeps its classic bench seat layout and has been upgraded with a Bluetooth radio while maintaining the original dashboard appearance. According to the seller, the gauges, lights, horn, and wipers all function properly. The car runs and drives well, although there are some minor paint imperfections and some aging on the interior door panels. In my opinion, this Fury is a great example of an enjoyable classic cruiser. It may not be a high-performance muscle car, but the V8 power, unique styling, and comfortable features make it a charming piece of early 1960s American automotive history that can be driven and enjoyed immediately. Number 9. The 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS396. What if I told you that for $55,000, you could own a true 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS396 with just 19,644 original miles and a history that has stayed with the same family for decades? In a world where many classic muscle cars have been modified, restored, or heavily upgraded, finding one that remains original is becoming increasingly rare. This Chevelle SS396 is described as being in pristine condition, with the seller stating that it has been garage kept its entire life. The car was purchased by the seller's uncle from the original owner, making it a rare example with a documented two-owner history. Inside, the car remains completely original, with an immaculate factory interior that shows how well this Chevelle has been preserved. The seller also mentions that the soft top is still in excellent condition, adding to the appeal of this classic. The biggest attraction here is originality. According to the listing, there is nothing aftermarket on the car. No modern upgrades, no custom modifications, just the authentic Chevelle SS experience exactly as Chevrolet intended back in 1969. With only 19,644 original miles, this is the type of muscle car collectors search for. Low-mile survivors like this offer something restored cars often cannot: the feeling of owning a piece of history that has been carefully protected for more than 5 decades. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this Chevelle is aimed at a very specific buyer, someone who values originality, condition, and history above everything else. While there are more powerful modified Chevelles available, very few can match the appeal of a genuine low-mile survivor. If you're looking for an authentic piece of Chevrolet muscle car history that can be enjoyed, displayed, and preserved for future generations, this 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS396 is a very special example. Number 9. The 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS396. What if I told you that for $55,000, you could own a true 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS396 with just 19,644 original miles and a history that has stayed with the same family for decades? In a world where many classic muscle cars have been modified, restored, or heavily upgraded, finding one that remains original is becoming increasingly rare. This Chevelle SS396 is described as being in pristine condition, with the seller stating that it has been garage kept its entire life. The car was purchased by the seller's uncle from the original owner, making it a rare example with a documented two-owner history. Inside, the car remains completely original, with an immaculate factory interior that shows how well this Chevelle has been preserved. The seller also mentions that the soft top is still in excellent condition, adding to the appeal of this classic. The biggest attraction here is originality. According to the listing, there is nothing aftermarket on the car. No modern upgrades, no custom modifications, just the authentic Chevelle SS experience exactly as Chevrolet intended back in 1969. With only 19,644 original miles, this is the type of muscle car collectors search for. Low-mile survivors like this offer something restored cars often cannot: the feeling of owning a piece of history that has been carefully protected for more than 5 decades. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this Chevelle is aimed at a very specific buyer, someone who values originality, condition, and history above everything else. While there are more powerful modified Chevelles available, very few can match the appeal of a genuine low-mile survivor. If you're looking for an authentic piece of Chevrolet muscle car history that can be enjoyed, displayed, and preserved for future generations, this 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396 is a very special example. Number 11. The 1971 Buick Skylark. The 1971 Buick Skylark represents one of the most stylish entries from Buick's muscle-era lineup. While Buick is often remembered for luxury, models like the Skylark proved the brand could deliver a powerful and aggressive performance image while maintaining a more refined character. This example is listed at $31,500 and is presented as a clean, ready-to-drive classic rather than a project car. The seller describes it as a car that is running and driving with a fresh setup, featuring a strong stance and a classic blacked-out muscle car appearance. Under the hood is a new 350 cubic inch V8 engine with fewer than 1,000 miles since installation. The original 2-barrel setup has been upgraded with a 4-barrel intake system and new carburetor, giving the Skylark improved performance and a more aggressive driving feel. The car has also received important handling and safety improvements, including upgraded disc brakes, making it much more enjoyable and confident on modern roads. Visually, it features a clean black interior, chrome wheels, and Cooper Cobra radial G/T tires, creating a traditional muscle car look. The seller also highlights the clean engine bay, clean body, and fresh paint, suggesting the Skylark has been maintained with attention to appearance as well as performance. So, is it worth the $31,500 asking price? In my opinion, this is a strong option for someone looking for a classic that can be enjoyed immediately. It may not be a rare factory performance model, but the combination of a fresh 350 V8, upgraded braking system, attractive styling, and turnkey condition gives it strong appeal as a weekend cruiser and show car. The 1971 Buick Skylark is a reminder that great muscle cars weren't only built by Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge. Buick brought its own style to the performance era, and this example delivers a clean, comfortable, and enjoyable classic driving experience. Number 12. The 1968 Pontiac Firebird Hardtop Coupe. The first-generation Pontiac Firebird has always been admired for its aggressive styling and strong connection to Pontiac's performance heritage. Today, project cars like this can attract enthusiasts who want to create a personalized classic with serious potential. This particular 1968 Pontiac Firebird Hardtop Coupe is located in Virginia Beach, Virginia, with an asking price of $13,500. Finished in gold with a black interior, the car shows approximately 81,117 miles on the chassis and comes with a clean title. This Firebird is being offered as a restoration project and currently does not run or move under its own power, meaning it will need to be transported with a trailer. However, it comes with several desirable features, including a solid frame, original body panels, factory glass, original interior, working doors and windows, and a 3.42 Posey traction rear end. The biggest attraction is the engine setup. Originally equipped with a 6-cylinder engine, this Firebird now has a 1969 GTO 400 cubic inch V8 sitting in the engine bay, featuring Ram Air 3-cylinder heads. The seller also includes a separate turbo 400 transmission that has been rebuilt with upgraded components, including a shift kit and 2500 stall converter. The car has been stored in a garage for nearly 4 decades, preserving many original parts. While it does need significant work, including floor repair on the driver's side, it provides a strong foundation for someone looking to build a unique Pontiac performance machine. In my opinion, this Firebird is not a ready-to-drive classic, but it represents an exciting opportunity for the right builder. The combination of original metal, rare Pontiac components, a GTO 400 V8, and a solid chassis makes it a project with serious potential for someone willing to bring it back to life. Number 13. The 1971 Buick Skylark Convertible. The early 1970s Buick Skylark represented a perfect balance between comfort, style, and V8 performance. While some muscle cars focused purely on power, the Skylark offered a more refined driving experience with classic American design and everyday usability. This particular 1971 Buick Skylark Custom Convertible is located in Brewerton, New York, with an asking price of $22,500. Finished in its original bamboo beige paint with a brown interior, this rare convertible shows approximately 67,681 miles and has had only 3 owners. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with a THM 350 3-speed automatic transmission. The car also features power steering, power brakes, and factory air conditioning, which the seller states is still blowing cold, making this classic comfortable for modern cruising. One of the biggest highlights is its originality. The seller describes the car as a true time capsule, with the original paint still preserved and a new convertible top installed in 2024. The overall condition is reported to be very good, with a clean title and no major issues. In my opinion, this Skylark convertible stands out because of its rarity and honest presentation. It is not trying to be a high-powered muscle car, it is a stylish, comfortable classic with V8 power, factory options, and the charm of a well-preserved American convertible. For collectors who appreciate originality, this Buick is definitely worth a closer look. Number 14. The 1979 Chevrolet Monte Carlo LS. What if I told you that for $16,500, you could own a late 1970s Chevrolet Monte Carlo with a freshly rebuilt 350 V8, updated interior, and the classic personal luxury style of the era? The Monte Carlo has always been about combining comfort with a touch of performance, and this example brings that formula together with some tasteful upgrades. Finished in a deep burgundy exterior with a black interior, this Monte Carlo has the elegant look that made these cars popular during the late 1970s. The seller states that it has received newer paint, giving the body a refreshed appearance while maintaining its original character. Under the hood is a freshly rebuilt 350 cubic inch V8, bored .030 over, providing a stronger and more enjoyable driving experience compared to a completely stock setup. The car also features a floor shifter, custom gauges mounted in the original dash, and a refreshed interior with new seating and carpet. With just 61,100 miles listed, this Monte Carlo offers a nice balance between classic style and drivability. It's not being presented as a perfect show car, but rather as a fun cruiser that has already received many of the upgrades enthusiasts usually look for. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this is an interesting option for someone who wants a unique classic that stands apart from the usual muscle car choices. Late-70s Monte Carlos are often overlooked, which means you can still get a stylish V8 coupe without paying the premium attached to more famous models. If you're searching for a comfortable classic Chevrolet with V8 power, a fresh interior, and plenty of personality, this 1979 Chevrolet Monte Carlo LS deserves a closer look. Number 15. The 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu. What if I told you that for $45,000, you could own a freshly built 1969 Chevelle street strip machine with a massive big block engine and a complete performance makeover? The 1969 Chevelle is already one of the most recognizable muscle car designs ever created. While many examples focus on originality and restoration, this Malibu takes a completely different approach, built for power, reliability, and serious street performance. Finished in yellow with a black interior, this Chevelle has the aggressive look expected from a classic muscle car. But the real story is underneath. The seller describes it as a frame-off new build, with nearly every major system either replaced, upgraded, or rebuilt. The heart of this machine is a 461 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine featuring a comp cam solid roller camshaft, Dart Iron Eagle 320 heads, ARP hardware, air gap intake, and an 850 carburetor. This is not a mild cruiser engine. It was built with serious performance in mind. Power is sent through a freshly built turbo 400 transmission with an FTI 2800 stall converter, a new aluminum driveshaft, and a quick-performance Ford 9-inch rear end with 4.10 gears and a Detroit locker differential. That combination is designed for hard acceleration while still keeping the car usable on the street. The upgrades continue throughout the car with UMI suspension components, front disc brakes, painless wiring harness, aluminum radiator with dual fans, Flowmaster exhaust with H-pipe, LED headlights, and a B&M reverse ratchet shifter. Inside, it features new carpet, headliner, weather stripping, adjustable reclining seats, and 4-point harnesses. The seller's description makes one thing clear: this car was built from the ground up with performance as the priority. With only around 300 miles since the build, it is essentially a fresh creation waiting for its next owner. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, for someone looking for a street strip Chevelle rather than a factory restoration, this is a very interesting package. Building a car with this level of engine work, drivetrain upgrades, suspension, and electrical improvements would easily require significant time and money. This may not be the perfect choice for a collector searching for factory originality. But for someone who wants a 1969 Chevelle with big block power, modern upgrades, and the ability to put a serious smile on their face every time they drive it, this Malibu delivers exactly what a classic muscle car should be.